the Velvet Nail Lounge. Today we're going to do a easy pedicure, and this is done between the professional pedicures that you get every 3 to 4 weeks. I'm going to use my mom as a little helper today, and I already took off her nail polish, but here are the tools that you're going to need for today. You need a nail brush, a buffer, nail file, and for today I have my cuticle pusher, but you of course can use a popsicle stick, especially since you're doing this at home. Okay, the first step is of course take off the nail polish. I already did that for my mother today. So after that, you're of course gonna cut your nails if they're too long. My mom's nails are already pretty short, so I'm just gonna take the nail file and basically shape her nail. With the nail file, you especially want to have a motion of straight, because if you have it downward, it kind of makes an oval shape, and you don't want that for your toes. And usually the common shape for toes are square and a little bit round at the corners, because if you want them too square, they're gonna break. And like so, I'm going to do a motion of left to right. And tickle. So you're going to do this for the 10 nails. And she has a really good shape already, so I don't really have to do much. And after this process is done, we're going to go ahead and push our cuticles. I have cuticle softener, but you can use hair conditioner that you use on your hair. It's the same product, it has the same components. You put a little dab. You don't put too much, because if you do put too much, it's going to just basically plop everywhere. So I like to put a dab of it and then just kind of smooth it in. And this will basically soften up your cuticles, so when you push them back, they're all nice and soft, so you're able to cut them. But since we're doing just a fast pedicure, we're not going to nip the cuticles today. After pushing back the cuticles, like so, like I said before, you can also do this with a popsicle stick since you're doing this at home. You're just going to try to push back really good in a nice motion. After you push back your cuticles, you're going to immerse your foot into the water. We have a pedicure tub, but you are able to use like a bathtub since you're doing it at home, or a big bowl with a bunch of water. We usually do warm water because it's easier, because if you have cold water, it's the same process, but it doesn't work as well, I believe. You're about to soak them for 5 minutes, but since we're doing a fast pedicure, we're just going to skip that step. After you take out your foot, you're going to just wipe it clean, and then I like to push back my cuticles twice, just because sometimes when you soak into water, it starts to get really soft, and you can still see some, and it's easier to push back, so I push them back twice usually. This is a good tip, especially because in between pedicures, you don't want to nip your cuticles so bad, because you get flare backs, which are the little cuticles that you tend to pick at, so you don't want any of those. So I would recommend not to cut your cuticles too much. And after you push back your cuticles again, I'm going to use the buffer and do the 3-step that I usually like. And it's 1 across, and then side and side, which is like an X mark, and it's really easy to do. So basically it's the 1, and then I'm going to do 1 to get all the sides, and then the other side. And this will basically take off the cuticle that I already pushed, and it's going to make it have a clean, smooth nail bed. And then I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to do this for all 10 toes. After that process is done, I'm going to take that nail brush. I'm going to take off all the dirt and residue that are onto the nail. And like so, I'm just going to brush it off. Usually, I do a callus treatment, which is this part of the nail, this part of the foot. But since we're doing an easy pedicure between professional pedicures, I'm just gonna dump this into the water, take the cuticle softener, put a little bit on the brush, and then rub her calluses. Just because if you get professional pedicures in between, you're not gonna have too much calluses, so this will just basically soften it up. And you're going to try to get the top part and the bottom part. And you're going to do the top of the toes. And then after you do that to the other foot, also you're gonna wash it. And just try to get all that cuticle softener off, and then take out your foot. This foot too. And then it's a basic pedicure right there, and this is usually done every 2 weeks in between the professional pedicures. After this is done, you're gonna just pick out a color and polish the nails. You try to get all that water off, because if you don't, the nail polish is just gonna peel right off. And then I usually take alcohol, put it on a piece of paper, and basically try to remove all the oils that we ever had from it. So I'm just gonna do that. I actually don't recommend base coat on toes because it seems to not last as long. It seems to actually peel off easier. The only time I ever use base coat is with dark colors, because you don't want your toes to yellow up or peel at all. So for today, we're just gonna do a light color. So I'm gonna shake it up.
Perfect. Say goodbye.
And then after so, we're gonna polish. You can use toe separators that we have like right here. But we actually sometimes, since you're doing this at home, you can just like put them like that, and it's even easier. My mom's toes are pretty separated, so I don't really need them. And I like to, especially with polishing, you're gonna do an even strokes. You don't want to keep on dabbing it, because if you do so, it's gonna make little dents, and the polish is not gonna be clear. And so I usually do it in like 4 long strokes, and you do it very evenly. You don't want to put your brush like this, because if you do, it's basically just gonna make a really like rose stroke that you get like uneven lines. My mom's doing a light color, so you can't really tell, but if you use dark colors, you're definitely gonna tell. And after you polish like 10 toes, you're gonna have a basic pedicure. What did I say after that?